Omega Empress would be okay with a first pick Roger or a first pick Valentina.
What about Suxin?
Zushin is open, yeah, you're right. Nope.
Okay.
It could open after the swing though. It could open after this. Because the Terizla's still open.
You're right.
Flying is amazing on the Terizla.
Oh, that would be such a lane winner too. Oh man.
A Hlang winner?
A Lang winner.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so Terizla?
Terizla Harith maybe?
Minotaur.
Oh no, they're putting their eggs in. Cool. Okay.
I mean, she did get the MVP.
Oh, they stole the Valentina!
That's
And
it.
they... Alright, wait. So does Amora go Jushin now?
That's the big possibility.
Oh, there it is!
Analyst Leo.
Yeah.
Coach Leo. Is there a soundboard somewhere on you?
That was you. What do you mean?
How did you do it?
It just happens. I wish I could control it.
Man, I wish Matilda was meta.
You and a few others, yes. All right, so now they pick up the Jushin. We still don't know where the Roger's going because I'm pretty sure Shinoa has this in her back pocket as well. You pick up a Flex Edith. There it is. Ayanami is good on it. Mirai can pick it up too. Net Angels this time around. Terizla, now.
Nope.
They snubbed the Rizzler.
Nope. Hayabusa it is. So Terizla is going to be open for them to ban out unless they want to go for the contestant here. But remember, Roger is also a flex.
That's right. And after watching Game 2 of Omega Empress versus DreamHack Girls, Terizla is not an absolute element. Like, you still could just X-Borg it up.
Yep.
You know, and burn the body Smith. So I understand where they're coming from.
Do you think CC is still an option for the Terizla?
Not really. No, CC right now is an acquired taste. I'll put it at that. It's like that it's like that can of basil you put in your kitchen that you just go for every now and then. It's not like butter or eggs that you always just put into everything.
And rice.
We're Asian. We love rice.
Yes. And apparently a lot of these girls also love the Claude, right? The Claude gets banned out here.
Claude is very reliable.
Harith also. So they're putting these gold laners to the test, right? I mean, technically Omega, again, still can flex this Roger into the gold lane.
They technically have a gold laner, yes. And Keishi's signature Julian is still open too, so that's fine. You know, what else we're looking for is an XP laner for Net Angels.
Oh.
Are they allowing that? Because both teams are already swinging back and forth on their specific angles of attack.
And the angle is to take away Julian.
Yeah, so now we're forced to see Keishi on something new.
So do you think the Moskov could come out here?
Yeah, I think this is worthy of being in a Moscow band here now.
Remember when we saw the Bane in the gold lane?
That was just yesterday.
What was the... Do you remember or recall the opponents?
The lane matchup?
Yeah.
I'm blanking out. I could bring up a stat, but no, there you go. They attack the Riz. Let me get back on you.
So now technically the Moskov is still up for grabs. If they want to do something crazy, they can go for the Bane in the gold lane for NA.
I'm never gonna say no to a good Bane.
From the Bane connoisseur himself.
Oh, guilty as charged. With that said, still missing a gold laner actually from both, right? You still don't know. I actually like a Roger now in the jungle.
Beatrix is an option. We saw Clint being picked up as well.
Sikoshi did, yes.
But what would be the best matchup here? Okay, let's focus on Omega right now. Let's focus on their drafts. They go in for the CC. So Edith, Rome, CC, EXP, Roger Jungle? No, Roger Gold Lane. Should be the choice.
Yeah. All right, the Roger Gold Lane was facing off against a Claude. It was played yesterday by GGHG up against Team Vitality in their second game. So it was a Bane Gold Lane versus a Claude.
I see.
That's what it was. And now you ask for the CC, here she is. And Omega Empress wasn't going to ban the Moskov. They were going to pick it up.
All right, so Moskov is going to be the choice here in the gold lane. What's a good matchup for the Moskov?
All right, so what's left is Sikoshi's Beatrix. I actually don't mind playing the Bane. Well, that is Bane jungle, but you can sometimes outplay the Moskov. Like, he still is vulnerable to the deadly catch, and you can out tempo him as long as you don't get stunned with the ale. But then again, this is Net Angels. That was a GGHG is a very different team.
I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
What choices do we have? Clint?
Yes, Sikoshi can't play the clean.
Natan! Why
And-
did we think of Natan?
No, because he's not in meta right now.
That's true, but we did see him
This is
earlier
a
on.
time traveler. All right, Natan went through the portal, went past all the current gold laners and said, you know what? Sikoshi needs me.
But with the Natan being picked up here, that does mean that they do need a little bit more time
They do.
to
They
get
do.
to the moment where they can pop off.
But luckily, you can do what they call a Benny Bomb, which is a burst Nathan move that allows for the Hayabusa to do work. So maybe if they can find a good mid-game power spike, yeah.
What about you, casters? What do you guys think about this Natan in the gold lane?
Well, we came through the portal along with Natan. We're here jumping into the land of Dawn. It's Naisu and Trex on the desk still for the final best of two in group stage. There's some tournament lives on the line here. It's Omega Empress up against Net Angels. Now, if Leo's right, Naisu, and Omega Empress were just getting the gears in, they were just warming up, this could be trouble for Net Angels. But we also saw some great things from Net Angels. We saw them meeting aggression with aggression against DMX, so possibilities are open. Taking a look at these lineups, we got the Hayabusa in the jungle, and we have this Juicin pick in the mid, which a lot of us doubted. We wondered if it was going to be meta, and right now, it definitely is. This reminds me of an Angela, the way it's able, I mean, not an Angela, Lilia, the way it's able to zone people, the way it's able to just stay in their faces and keep them at bay. At least the aggressive Juicin players, that's how they've been running it.
Yeah, and also, you know, the fact, too, that we have to point out that for Net Angels, you know, it's not Ku. It's not Ku playing. It's Namira, right? So this is also a little bit of a change. If you guys watched their previous match earlier against DMX, wow, already in the mid lane. She's going to be in trouble. Cassie goes down to Murray, gets the first blood early on under the 2-minute mark. Hey, this is all the Jushin. Honestly, I was talking about this with Miracle a little bit on Desk 2, man. Like, the Jushin in the early game is such a nuisance to deal with. And, oh, hold on. Ku, actually the one to go down. Shadow Kill going to be used. So actually, yeah, let me correct myself. Ku's still there.
Ku's still
Namira
there.
comes in, though.
Ku's still there. Namira comes into the XP lane, and Net Angels has the space to be able to do that. They got the 2-0 earlier. They're feeling comfortable. They can test some things. Namira brought down to about half health already, but with a 2-0 lead already for Smart Omega, they're showing the aggressive side of what we saw in the last series. And though they maybe lack group crowd control, they still have Mireille on this Edith, something we've been seeing Mireille on a lot, something that Mireille likes to favor. I think it's the only hero we've seen Mireille on so far. Last series, was it Edith twice in a row?
Yeah, Edith has been popping up quite a bit. And, you know, with the change here, hold on, in mid lane once again, still duking out. Ku gets dragged in. There's the final slash, and it's a battle in the mid lane already. Goes in one more time, but Keshi, she won't be able to find the kill she's looking for this time. But, you know, going back to it, I think Edith is a mainstay right now in the meta. And I think, you know, like they talked about our experts with Sikoshi, Natan has kind of in a weird place. Like, as a hero, where does he fit in the best, the scaling, the timing? But I will say this, that no matter what, when Natan is picked up, if you can get to the late game against a team like Smart Omega Empress, then that burst damage, I mean, we saw this in MSC a little bit, utilized by, you know, teams like Falcons AP Brand, for example, and they were able to really pop off late game. But so far, I guess, based on the average game time, not many games have hit that mark. You know, we did have a 30-minute game earlier today, but overall, it's just kind of like, how do you get this Natan online? How do you get that to happen quicker, especially when the pace has already been set by Smart Omega Empress? Oh, Namira could be in trouble here. She goes in with a vengeance, gets the stun off, and actually is going to be able to survive the whole exchange with the use of the flicker as well. So still, Net Angel is going to be okay for now. Skypiercer picked up by Vanilla.
Yeah, I mean, already, it's going to be huge. We saw earlier they tried to get to the Juicin, was unable to really pull through. Wait a second.
Well, Vanilla just taken care of under the turret, and now Ku takes multiple shots. She's gonna try her best to stay alive and make something of it. Shinoa will go down. Here's the answer back as Sakoshi falls too. A trade across, and now Amore in trouble. Cassie trying to pick up the kill, but still gets dragged into the turret, has to flick around on the defensive. And Cassie will run, but here's Keshi. Keshi, is she gonna chase him down? Goes into wolf form and will go for the pounce. Picks up and cleans up the kill.
Net Angels just can't find a win right now. They go for the gank up top. It looks good, but Vanilla gets taken out early on in the fight. Let's take a look at the replay. Vanilla got stuck against the wall, unable to even use the shadow kill, gets taken out before the opportunity happens, and Sakoshi crashed up against the partner. I mean, Ku goes down, it becomes a problem, and Cassie tries to pick up the pieces, but Amore is just a huge problem. The Juicin cannot be answered early on, and then just to make matters worse, Keshi comes in for the final Lycan pounce to really just put the nail in the coffin there. Oh, Keshi though in a little bit of trouble. Ooh, able to zone him back.
Oh, Murray, she actually stays alive. Vanilla also one hit away. Both teams might have to just kind of back off for this. Keshi trying to get some health back here too, but Turtle will just go ahead and kind of reset. That could have gone way worse there, but Net Angels keeps a Smart Omega Empress at bay. And this is something we always have to point out too, the fact that you have this Mozcom in the hands of Shinoa. She can show up to the fight anytime that she wants to. We saw that with the Spirit Destruction coming down. So still trying to feel this out, trying to get to the position where they have an advantage. Interesting too. Speed boots, the rapid boots here for Amore. Already using it. There's the final slash, but Keshi will go ahead and get the turtle. And once again, they're gonna have to win the fight, forcing Ku back here under the turret. She takes tons of damage, and Keshi comes in, cleaning up the kill.
You know, you mentioned the speed boots, and I think it's actually a great item, I think, for the Juicin, because you get
away from the lantern now.
Yeah, you're so good at kiting, and you're so good at backing up if you need to run. And one of the things, back to what I said in the last series, Smart Omega Empress, you know, the queens of min-maxing, even in terms of team fights, they're so good at pushing the limits, getting out of fights before they all die, and now...
Look at that. How do you escape it?
You don't.
Flicker's gonna be used. Oh, Murray goes in. Spirit Destruction not gonna land on the target. Amore gonna be in trouble now. Vanilla there. The ultimate's gonna go down too. So I think that's the rapid boots at work, man. You know, just keep dragging them. You're trying to escape it. The stacks go up pretty quickly. And look at the push down on the bottom as well.
You know, I think the answer might not be to escape it. You know what the answer is, right?
Run forward?
No, yeah, run forward.
Run forward.
And, you know, give her a quick punch. Put her down. You got to take the Juicin out because
break the lantern.
Break the lantern. Break the borders. Come through. But it's going to be hard because right now Net Angels don't have the damage, right? And Vanilla's been trying. Vanilla's been trying to Shadow Clone in, get some shurikens off into the Shadow kill. But it's just not really working out. And if they keep getting caught off guard like that right there.
That's tough. Again with the lantern. Ku's going to be the one dragged. Spirit Destruction comes in. There's a follow through from Shinoa. But they might just go ahead and start up this, doing some damage here to the mid lane turret. Open that up before the next objective. Look at, I mean, alone. This is the power of that lantern. Shadow kill going to be used from Vanilla, but it's a CC. How are you going to take down a CC, especially when the Vengeance is there? Final Slash going to be used as well. They go in with Onward, the Earth Shatter combination, and Namira is taken out in an instant. And they'll force it back once again with the drag through. Minoan Fury going to be used, and now the battle under the second turret. Where is Ku going? Gets dragged again. The power of this Juicin pick continuously showing just how dominant it is. Teams will have to definitely handle this on going forward. They take what they want. Smart Omega Empress going to make their way to that turtle. Goes into the Lord now at this point. 2 for this game. But I think this is just a free Lord for them as well.
Yeah, and this is the aggression we love to see from Smart Omega Empress. This is exactly where they need to be at every single game, I feel. I mentioned earlier that you don't want to see Sakoshi get to the late game. Smart Omega Empress know that. They're going to clear things out as fast as possible. They've already taken the whole bottom lane, one from mid, one from top, and they're just keeping up the pressure. Lord's going to be coming soon. Even if they only get the 2 middle towers here, the mid tier 2 and the top tier 2, it's still a huge win because they're holding a strong lead of 8,000 gold right now. Net Angels taking a look at Ku, 0-5-3. practically completely unable to even have time to make a set, and he finds him in a bush.
Oh, Shinoa goes in. Shadow Kill going to be used, but has the backup now for the rest of the team. Vanilla in trouble. Wow.
The goal. The goal there.
I don't know.
That's disgusting. I'm guessing, I mean, I wasn't paying complete attention, but I'm guessing Vanilla was clearing wave, and Shinoa noticed it. I wish I could go back and see the replay, because I'm wondering, did Vanilla even show face, or was that just complete future sight right there?
At this point, it probably was. So right now, Lord gets to wait down the bottom of the drag for Namira. This is the thing, you know, how do they defend this? Net Angels down 9,000 gold here at this point. Just nothing in their favor, no turrets, no objectives, and now they're gonna stand the Lord in the eyes here. Shields are gonna pop, and still forcing the situation, even under the turret. They're gonna drag him back a little bit further. Shinoa there, firing off with the spears, but the Lord will go down. So Net Angels holding on a little bit longer, trying to hold on to this base turret, but it looks like they won't be able to as Shinoa clears it out. Once again, eyes still set on these shields. They want to get all these down from the base.
Man, Shinoa, not just an empress, but a goddess right now in the land of Dawn, holding, I mean, we're creeping in on the 2.5K gold lead here, 2.2K gold lead. Already got 3 items in, DHS, Golden Staff, we got the Corrosion Scythe, and now we're gonna be working on to the next one. Taking a look at, ooh, cool.
Onward into their shadow, and the drag, Spear of Destruction gonna be used. Shinoa goes in, now joining the fight. Look at the lineup there, under the turret. The Lantern's still gonna be dropped, the flare is there. Primal Wrath as well gonna be utilized. They jump in, but was that the right move? Namira will go down as Vanilla goes back with the quad shadows. And now the tier 2 on the top side worked on going down. What more can Smart Omega Empress get here with this push? They're quite low. Still gonna respect the fact, but they get the shield, and I think that's all they wanted.
What more can Smart Omega Empress do? What more can Net Angels do right now? I mean, everything lined up perfectly with that play. You get the final slash, you bring him into the base, you combo with Vanilla coming in halfway through the fight with the shadow kill. I mean, they got everything they could ask for practically there and still weren't able to even get a kill, and that is the gold diff that we're looking at right now. There's just no damage, and the major problem is Sakoshi is too far behind.
Yeah.
I don't even think there was a third item on that board for Sakoshi yet. Maybe just getting it in. It was just Starlium Scythe and Feather of Heaven from what we saw in the last item check. And that is trouble. And Sakoshi's only 1-1-1. It's not like Sakoshi's been getting bullied. It's not like Sakoshi's been, you know, taking a bunch of deaths. Sakoshi's just been getting denied the farm that Sakoshi needs.
Trying to farm up.
Yeah, as long as this keeps going, it's going to be a bad route for Net Angels.
Oh no. Again, you know, how do you answer this? That flare, the Lantern there, possibly able to drag members even outside of the base. I think that's one thing that Net Angels wants to do. You can see the items, like you were mentioning. Starlium Scythe is only there, plus the Feather of Heaven. Sakoshi's still trying to get that Holy Crystal, you know, but time is running out here because there's a huge difference in terms of itemization from Smart Omega Empress. And they're going to be looking to punch this one in, too. You see Cassie holding on to the Primal Wrath herself. And there's the pull I was talking about. And that's the tank. Ku takes a ton of damage. Will have to get out of there with the Flicker. Still holding on to the ultimate. And Minoan Fury could turn the tide possibly if they get something favorable for Net Angels, but right now they just wait for this Lord to push in.
It's so disgusting. Being able to sit outside of your wall and do that.
Yep, and there it is. Ku once again gonna be the target, has to just Minoan Fury. That's all she has, but she will go down. Shadow Kill gonna be used as well, but everybody's still quite healthy. And now Sakoshi in trouble, gets taken down. Lord still up, Vanilla the next target as Keishi gets that, and they'll take also the game in a decisive favor for game 1, Smart Omega Empress.
Smart Omega Empress showing complete dominance.
Okay.
Matrix.
So now it's like, I didn't. Huh. Okay. Well, with that being said, this is Net Angel saying the gloves are off.
For sure.
It's for reals now.
And the Valentina now locked in for Smart Omega Empress. And with the Zuxin banned this time around, the Valentina pickup goes through. NA Net Angels.
Terizla.
Terizla, exactly.
Put it on Lang. Maybe that's why the Terizla came through last game. All right. You can go Terizla. Nah, you wouldn't go Terizla, idiot. That's a little too much. Chips bland.
Oh,
That's good.
Roger.
Terizla Claude. Terizla.
I mean, Net Angel seems to like Mino.
Terizla Mino. That's heavy. That's your front line right there.
That is a possibility. Or if they want to go in for their, well, they kind of danced around their gold laners last time they met, right?
Yeah.
So do they want to? Oh, we were talking about this.
All right, folks. This is.
We were talking about this.
We kid you not. We were literally talking about Kufra off broadcast, is because we were considering what heroes, when you play well, make you look like $1 million. Kufra's one of them.
Yeah, I said Kufra. And Kufra does come in. I mean, granted, last time around that we saw the Kufra here at MWI, it didn't do too well.
And this now coming through this early, I hate to say it, but this is a sign of panic. You don't pick a Kufra this early, not in this metagame. Unless
No.
this is such a coup special. Kufra.
Ah!
I'm here till Saturday. You're welcome.
Hayabusa now gets locked in. How do you feel about this into the Kufra?
King Salman said yes. So, you know, if Smart Omega's coach approves of this, then there's very, honestly, if you get the shadow kill in, and then you get the quad shadows out of the way of the bouncing ball, I think you're fine. And I need to go back into the lab, but we haven't really seen Hayabusa and Kufra in the modern metagame in a while.
No, we
so
haven't.
I don't know if that interacts any way at all, because that's not really a dash, though, is it? Does that count as a dash, or is that like just displacement?
You have to go into the lab.
Right, we gotta go back in the lab, but why go into the lab when you can see it in just a few moments?
Julian, though, picked up now.
That's a Keishi special. Take it away now, going into the hands of Vanilla. I love it. This is an assassin battle of different perspectives. Like,
You know, back in the day, when we talk about the Hayabusa, I know we were talking about the Hayabusa and Kufra interaction, but back in the day, every time we saw Hayabusa, we'd always see a Ruby.
Ruby's open, which was early banned by Net Angels earlier on.
Exactly. And technically, the Ruby can be placed in the EXP lane, right?
Yeah, but don't the Ruby just get kind of stomped by the ball? Like, she is making mini dashes, so she could just bump into the Kufra.
Okay.
Touche. All right, there's the carry ban. There is no clear pick for Shinoa just yet, so they're closing up their choices. Although her lane mate there, Sakoshi, does have her signature Harith, which, by the way, earlier they rocked the Vengeance. So we know that tricks are not beneath them. There's a Terizla. I guess the Angels just covering their bases, like making sure that the Edith is going where they think it is.
Or they want to go for Arlet.
Oh, yeah. Arlet's good. I actually like the Arlet. Does get triggered plenty now. Look at that. You have the Kufra. You have the Julian. So, yeah. Arlo is a solid pickup in the XP.
Oh, they still respected the Ruby, though.
As they should.
They're going to take it away now from Net Angels to pick up for themselves. And with the bans in the second phase already done and dusted, Net Angels are put in a position to think about this, right? Wait, Masha?
They ain't pulling out all the... They're pulling out the stops. No holds barred. The gloves are off, pal. You want to play hardball? I'm game. This is going to the XP lane.
This is Masha debut, right? Have we seen him in MWI?
Yeah, I think
It's okay.
so.
I'll rely on Mr. Hubert Wagner to give us the facts, but I'm pretty sure, well, on my rotations at least, never seen a Masha yet.
Save for the 30-minute game, the Selena earlier today.
Was there a Masha there? No.
Nope.
What do you think about this Masha in the XP
There was
lane?
Jungle Benedetta.
True.
Oh, for sure this is a debut. How about a DOD Part 2? Electric Boogaloo. There's the Melissa. Okay. We still looking for a roamer. There it is. There's the Minotaur. And now, Net Angels, the Veil comes up. What is going in mid? There's still a few picks here. There's a Vex open. There is a... There's a Faramis. Wow. I don't know if you want a Faramis. Faramis is acquired taste these days.
Faramis against the Melissa.
Nah. Farsa! You can Farsa. Blow up the Melissa.
Technically, the Vexana is also still open, if that's
those are your
the
two
direction
options.
that they want to go for.
I think those are your two solid options, but
Faramis into Melissa.
okay. I was right at first. Why did you make me doubt?
I'm sorry.
Make me doubt myself.
It's an interesting pick.
I mean, it is technically a soft counter because once the Melissa goes ham, you can pop the Nether Realm and then boop, re-engage.
Okay. So there's a specific
Why don't you
there's a
believe
specific
in me?
time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're gonna hear from the casters real soon, ladies and gentlemen, and it looks like Herbert Wagner said, "Get your own facts, nerd."
That's
Th-
very
thanks for
polite.
that.
Very mature, gentlemen.
Thanks, Drex.
Hey, that's just him.
Leo, I love you. This ain't about you. It's about Eterna. Trex here once again with Naisu on the desk. You can't see us, but we're hype. Hands up in the air right now. And we're jumping in to the last game of MWI group stages. This match does have a little bit of weight. It decides on the seeding. If Net Angels can tie the score, they will walk out of Group B in first place and get to go against a second place team, which is huge. And if Omega Empress get the sweep here, they will walk out of Group B in first place.
Facts.
Now, we talked about, or Leo talked about this Fermis, and I don't think it's as great as it could be, but it is some soft countering here. I think it's all gonna be about how the Nether Realm is used. We even saw it in some earlier series, even against the Minotaur. We saw Cloud9 actually use it in some games of using it as a reaction. When the knockup comes, you use it a little bit after, right? So I think there's some possibilities on how it can work in these fights, but it's definitely gotta be used right.
Let me tell you. Some teams just pick it up. Yeah, you know, you think of NetherRealm. But do you remember the amount of damage
Oh, you're
that
right.
Fermis does? I mean, if I recall right, at one point it was like, I think it was in the
100,000.
142,000.
That was earlier today.
That
Me and
was.
Leo, the Fermis got picked up, and I said, they've got damage, they've got a Fermis. And Leo goes, no. About halfway through the game, damage also, I go, Leo, look at this. He goes, obviously.
Obviously, look at that. Everyone flying up in the air. They're going to be in trouble now. She's trying to run away, but Murray will not get away from Vanilla. Now still fighting it out in the mid lane. Cassie on the run. One hit. What? Oh, the flicker comes through, but Amore won't be able to clean up the kill. Net Angels off to a good start.
First blood. That's huge. Big difference from last game, because last game it was about 2 or 3 kills into smart Omega Empress's hands before Net Angels even got anything, their only thing on the board at that. So good rotations, very clean, and that's what you can get with the Fermis. You have decent wave clear, you have great movement across the map, you pair that up with Vanilla on the Julian, and Ku on the Kufa, you got a pretty aggressive mid lane, and I think that's where they're gonna have to combat when it comes to smart Omega Empress, because that's where smart Omega Empress thrives. We saw it last time. Amore does a great job in the mid lane and being aggressive, so Net Angels answering back in game 2.
Ku gonna wait patiently here. Not Anyanami gonna spot her out, but still the fight for the turtle. It's gonna be Vanilla that cleans it up and finds it through. Not sure if they still want to fight this. Ku jumps in with the Kufra, but Halang will go up and get the kill. So hey, it's a little bit of a trade, at least for across the board here, but Smart Omega Empress, you know, as they work towards this, as they work to try to get control here, I'm wondering especially how this Melissa is going to work. I mean, yeah, this is DOD Part 2. A day of debuts, just like we saw yesterday. And with the Melissa pick, I mean, it's something that's very interesting, even to the Masha to an extent. Like the Masha we haven't seen so much in MWI or even back in MSC. I mean, Masha is still a kind of niche pick, I would say, but it can work out. Now, previously and even leading into this whole tournament at EWC, Masha, we've seen it before with the
Full damage, right?
Sky Piercer.
Oh yeah,
It becomes the Thunder. Yeah, it becomes like the
Thunder Sky Clap.
Thunder Sky Clap.
The Thunder Sky
The
Clap.
piercing clap.
The piercing clap. Yeah.
A lot.
3 lives of that. 3 whole health bars of thunder claps. It's a great song, I'm pretty sure. Don't remember it correctly, but Sakoshi might be in a little bit of trouble, and this is what you get from Shinoa. Shinoa already is known for bullying in the gold lane, but now on a hero that has some of the longest poke range in the game, it's going to be trouble for Sakoshi. And normally with the Harith, your value is your poke, right? You get that fission, you get that synchro fission, and you can clear waves while poking the enemy, but Shinoa's handling herself very well.
All right, a whole lot of focus here, obviously on this bottom side, but I don't think anything's really going to be forced unless they somehow utilize the Kufra pick for Ku. but they'll just call it off. Turtle's coming up here. They want to get this position. They want to get the favorable position to work around getting another objective. Like you said, what's at stake here, especially for Net Angels, if they can continue on the lead they've built themselves, 1.5K ahead. Turtles now going to be spawning, and this might be a little bit easier for them to control right now. You can also see here, too, OMGE holding on to NetherRealm. I'm going to force them back a little bit, but on the front side, and Murray gets the turtle. She cleans it up somehow, some way. Shadow kill already going to be expended too, but still looking for the fight, looking for the kills. They go in with a flicker. OMGE going to be the first to fall, and now Ku able to get a kill on the roamer from Smart Mega Empress as Ku runs. There's the knockup with the chains.
Keisha?
Ayanami will go down. Keisha trying to get a kill. She goes in with the quad Shadow. Halang, I don't think she's going to chase her down. All right, but man, Net Angels coming out swinging.
Keshi at least stops the blood there. Let's take a look at this replay. For a second, Omega thought they had it, but a beautiful Minoan's Fury paired up with that NetherRealm. OMGE tries to staunch the bleeding as well with a NetherRealm of her own using the IMU, but that final hit right there, the damage comes in. Everyone gets hit by the chains. I mean, it was just dangerous, and Keshi looks for something in the chaos, but doesn't come out of it okay. But look at Smart Omega still putting pressure on 5 kills behind.
All right, Shadow Kill going to be used. I think they just want to put the pressure in this mid lane, and they're not going to get anything out of it, though. Yeah, I mean, even with that, the way that Ku is playing the Kufro right now, she's definitely playing it to the T. You can see this. Smart Omega still down, you know, still holding on to that lead here for Net Angels, 1.5K ahead, but they have all the kills that they need to work around this. You know, Smart Omega Empress not able to find one, which is kind of, in a sense, with the lineup they have, it's tough because you have a Hayabusa. They might get one here. Sakoshi pops the Vengeance under the Z-Force. Under the turret they go. NetherRealm now there to help them out. But now they go in with Minoan Fury and still going to battle it out. Sakoshi finally get a fall here. Ku also taking the blunt of damage. Has to run to the tier 2 turret. Cassie will survive again. Turret finally going to go down here. But at least Smart Omega finds one kill. They get on the board. Net Angels, though, they'll lose some more health here to this tier 2 turret. And now the turtle comes up as well.
Ku so close to turning that fight around, but close doesn't cut it. In Mobile Legends, Vanilla now.
Vanilla
Gone.
gone.
Vanilla gone.
Yeah, they
Vanilla
got
there.
her. Turret
Vanilla
2.
gone. Turret 2. Smart Omega Empress, even though they were behind a bit, even though, I mean, they're just getting the gold tied, but they're completely owning the map. It is blue right now.
Well, Ku jumps in, finds a target, not Ayanami. There's the NetherRealm going to be the response, and another one in response on top of it. Z-Force dropped down, but Shinoa unleashes on the members of Net Angels. They'll find a couple kills through it, plus the resources and an objective. Just a whole lot going in favor of Smart Omega now at the 7.5-minute mark. Under the turret they go once again. I set on this tier 1. They might want to force it. There's the air shatter combination. They dodge Ku though, jumping in, forced to use the rage. Knowing Fury from Murray too, and Cassie will finally go down. She's escaped death a couple times, but not this time. And this is where the go signal comes in. Onward over 2 they go. Nanayami will go down eventually, but Vanilla 2, and that's a double for Keshi. Cleaning up the kill and the turret on top of it.
I'm not gonna lie, when we were talking about the Pheromones, there's one thing I completely forgot.
What's that?
They got a Valentina.
A Valentine.
They got a Valentina, which means they also have a NetherRealm, which doesn't just soft counter your soft counter, it hard counters your soft counter, especially paired up with everything else that Smart Omega Empress has.
That's a lot of counter.
That's a lot of counter. Whole lot of counter space for Smart Omega Empress. And they own it all.
Well, you know, what else they own? The fact that they have
A lot of items.
a lot of items. They got the gold lead now in their favor too. They've been pretty much at a deficit for, you know, the first 6 minutes of the game. But with how the past 2 minutes have gone, look what they've done. Who's going to charge up? They've got some information, of course, with this. I'm not sure if they actually want to press the situation, but look at all the damage too. We were wondering about Shinoa with this Melissa pick, how it would fit into this composition. It's doing wonders right now.
I mean, honestly, there's been thoughts about the Melissa, right? Because it can survive against a lot of what the current meta brings with the go away and everything. So if you can play it well, like Shinoa's doing, there's definitely room for it to fit even in meta. And my guess is depending on how gold lane bans continue, depending on how comps continue, this might not be the only time we see this in MWI, especially in Shinoa's hands, because normally this is a late game hero, but Shinoa's been able to farm. Shinoa's able to control the lane. 2 towers down in the gold lane. Shinoa's now involved in these fights. And with Murray sitting there holding down these big sets, you have such great peel. You have this box around her right now with the Edith, with Murray on the Minotaur. I mean, it's a problem.
It's definitely a problem. But right now, it's also a problem for Net Angels to not let this lore just go in the hands of Smart Omega Empress. I mean, they still want to fight out for it. They burned the flicker from Ku, though. So that's already a good start here. And like you mentioned earlier, you know, Amore, if they have another realm, we have one too. The work around that Flask of the Oasis picked up too. Sustainability now for Smart Omega's lineup is going to pay wonders here. The fact that they can heal through, and Ku could be in trouble here. Doesn't have a flicker, gonna get zoned in, zoned out. Netherrealm already gonna be popped. There's Minoy and Fury. What a setup as Ku's gonna fall, and there's their own Netherrealm from Amore. Vanilla in trouble. Cassie falls down, runs with the enhanced sword, and will get back to base. But once again, a decisive win in that skirmish from Smart Omega Empress.
That is, I mean, the fact that Amore has that Netherrealm and uses it on the aggressive side, to where on the other hand, Cassie has to use it defensively. I mean, even seeing Ku using the Tyrant just to try to get away. I mean, looking helpless there, essentially, getting caught off, and Shinoa just continues to farm up 4-0-7. Lord just got taken. Golden Staff locked in for Shinoa. This is just going to become more and more troublesome. Net Angels on the brink right now. No, it is not a tournament life, but still, it's going to depend on a lot when it comes to that bracket seeding.
Let's see what they can do, how they can manage this, the push in. You can already see these tier 2 turrets going down too. And you're wondering too, I mean, even for Halang, you know, she's just trying to push in some of these side lanes, of course. But really, like, when is the Masha going to play that value? When is that damage that we talked about going to play its part? Her earlier itemization was a Blade of Hephaestus, I believe, first item, as she worked on her next. So we'll see if they're able to kind of hold this together, because this is the Lord now marching into the base, and the shields are down. So it looks like Smart Omega Empress wants to possibly get multiple turrets down. They're going to work on this mid win pretty quickly, just with the damage alone from Shinoa. We'll see if they fight it out. Once again, the onward of air. Shadow Ku could be in trouble. Gets knocked up into the air. Netherrealm already going to be expended from Amore. A couple of hits onto the base, too. Keshi has to be careful. Halang waiting on the front side. Now Cassie on the run, too. But that's Sakoshi just getting deleted once again. And as they try to keep it alive in the game, but Ku going to get focused on. Shadow Kill already going to be popped. Halang taking the shots out of the health bars, and they have to run back to base to heal up, but Ku will fall. Smart Omega Empress clean up the waves. Keshi finally goes down. What can Halang and Vanilla do? Cassie back for the fight, but look at the damage coming out from Shinoa. Couldn't get the kill on Vanilla, but they'll just focus on the base, and that's all. That's it. That's all it's gonna be. Whoa, Shinoa can't finish it off just yet. She tried to get a couple kills. Cut the base, but it doesn't work. They get wiped out. It's a maniac. Net Angels.
What just happened?
What?
What just happened? Net Angels live to see another day. Vanilla. Not looking very vanilla right now. Looking savage, looking mean. Sakoshi as well. It's 5-man wipe. Net Angels back in the game.
Back in the game. I cannot believe it. One hit away. And as they would say, Song hitting a log. Look at the pop-pop of Kashi. Just gone.
You know, Smart Omega Empress, we had the interview earlier. They said they weren't on tilt, but that dive right there from Keshi looked a little tilting. It's 25 seconds till the Lord comes up. Net Angels have control, but there's still going to be minions crashing at the base. Smart Omega just got to keep their cool. They got to keep their calm. They still hold a gold lead. It's only about 1,000, but it's still control. They still have Shinoa, who is shredding. With the way that went, I don't even know how it happened exactly, but Net Angels hangs on that base. That thing had some plates on it, man. That base.
It's got some armor on that base, man.
Armor on it.
What kind of base does Net Angels have? I was sure that it was going to go down. I mean, even Muddles was dropped in, but hey, it's not enough. And you got to respect the fact that Net Angels still in the game, still fighting for it. Now we're looking at an even gold distribution as well between the two teams. That's big for them. You know, they pick up some key items with that, and it looks like they're just going to go ahead and let Halang push these side lanes like she's been doing for the majority of this game. And so at this point, you know, it's kind of a standoff. It looks like they're going to give the go on the Lord, though. Less than half health. Ku's going to jump in. There's a damage from Shinoa. They don't have enough to pop out. Rage already going to be used, but it's Vanilla that gets the Lord. Minoa and Fury going to be popped up. Sakoshi goes down, but that's the Sky Piercer power, and Vanilla falls as well. 3 down for Net Angels. And it looks like Smart Omega Empress is just going to run it down mid. There's only about a half health on this turret. They're going to work through the Lord here and then the base. Ku and Cassie here to help them out.
They do have Cassie for Cell. Ku's going to be down. Cassie should be able to help clear here. They may be okay, but it's going to be hard.
Halang there alongside Casey, trying to keep it together. Halang, sacrificial, will go down, and the base is going to be worked on. It took a little bit longer, but Smart Omega Empress will finally take the series, take the game.
It started off slow, but Omega...
Yeah.